Oh, and welcome to another episode of Healing from the Mess with me, Lizzie. Yesterday was therapy, and it was great. Covered a lot, talked about a lot of different things. What I didn't expect was that hours later, I would be an emotional mess. I found myself just sad and overwhelmed, and I'm not really sure why. I did journal last night, and I did journal this morning. So that is helping me work through it. This morning, I actually got on my Facebook page, and this memory popped up. And it was a picture of my mom, my almost 5-month-old baby boy, and my favorite aunt. And they were sitting on the couch smiling. And I started crying. And I didn't know why at first until I started writing it down. Because that moment, just shy of 10 years ago, I had rose-colored glasses on. I was in ignorant bliss. And it hurt. It hurt. Because she's no longer allowed in our lives. And it makes me sad for my kids. It makes me sad for me. And having to remind myself, she is who she is. She's made the choices she's made. And I had to make the choices that I need to make. I am better without her. I am happier without her. I am healthier without her. I am me without her. And that's a big deal. It doesn't make it any easier. The grieving, it's so frustrating because I would rather feel the sadness. I can handle the sadness and the depression. I have a hard time dealing with the rage and the pain because I used to run away from pain by inflicting pain on myself, which is odd, but because physical pain was easier for me to deal with than emotional pain, right? So I would run from the emotional pain. And with anger, I'd never know how to deal with it, so I would hurt myself physically in order, to punish myself for being angry. So learning how to deal with and process anger and emotional pain, I'm still working on. I'm getting better at it. I'm better than I used to be. It is a process. It's a really long process. It's hard to want to feel something and not want to feel it at all at the same time. To be very clear, I don't miss her. And I don't hate her. There are days I do miss who I thought she was. I missed what I thought was reality. Because I always thought my mom was controlling. I always knew she was controlling. I always knew she was overprotective. I didn't know how deep it went at all. I knew that she liked to control situations, and I knew that she liked to be the one to do things before anybody else. And I knew that she had to meet every single parent that I ever, before I ever went to a friend's house, had to meet their parents before I was even allowed to do that. So I knew she was controlling and overprotective. But to have it realized how bad it really was and how far she would go made me realize that it was toxic and it wasn't healthy. I know that there are people who think, well, you could have just set up boundaries. You could have kept her in your life. You didn't have to just go no contact. I don't trust myself enough to make those boundaries and stick by them. I don't trust myself to defend myself or stand up for myself, especially with her. Going no contact was the best thing I could do for myself and my children. It is what I was capable of, it's what I can trust myself to do. I trust myself that I won't reach out. I trust that I can stay away because I know I need to. I already know the answers to questions. If I asked her why she lied to me about my father, I know the reaction I would get. I'm not assuming. I've known my mother my whole life. I have her memorized. I had to in order to survive. I lived in survival mode for so long. I'm finally living my life. I wouldn't be able to do it, to live the way I'm living, I wouldn't be able to know myself the way I know myself now, or be more of myself that I am now, if she was still involved in my life. Trust me when I say going no contact wasn't something I wanted. Because I really wish it could have been different. But it is how it is. And I don't miss the drama. I don't miss hearing about other people who I don't even know or care about. I don't miss hearing lies and stories about people I care about. And I don't miss getting multiple messages about things she remembers, or I remember this from your childhood, or this is something that I did or I remember growing up. And it was all the time. And if I didn't respond within a certain amount of time, she's at my house, or her husband's at my house, or she's calling my husband. That is not normal. It's not normal, and it's not okay. And that is behavior that is toxic. I moved away. She wanted me to change my mind. She prayed for my house not to sell. and for me to change my mind and stay. I know she did. My house we didn't close on the house until 6 days before Christmas. It was 6 months after we put it on the market. I knew that this was God's plan. I knew it would work out. I knew that I needed to move here. I knew this was the decision I had to make for myself and my family. And this is a decision I have not once regretted. And the people who know me, who really know me, know the only thing that I hate about being here is being so far away from my best friend. That's it. I miss going shopping with her. Grocery shopping. I miss being able to drop by and get a hug. I miss being with her. It sucks. Because the only part that I hate is the only downside to not being there. That's it. She doesn't like I'm far away, but she knows how much better my life is and how much better I am because I'm farther away from my mother. She hates him far away, but she supports me. That's love. That's real friendship. Is even though it's going to affect you negatively, them being happy and healthy, that means more to you. You're willing to sacrifice what you want for that person because it's what's best for them. And she knows I do the same for her. She knows. And if she doesn't, well, she better. I miss her every day. I look forward to seeing her in June. We're going to a Shinedown concert. And when they sing the song Daylight, I have a specific plan in mind. That woman saved my life. And I am eternally grateful to her for everything. Like I said, I don't miss any part of my relationship with my mom. I worry about her husband. I said a prayer for him yesterday because something's going on. He doesn't want to talk about it. And I just said a prayer because nothing else I can do. Also, to make it very clear, I am not a religious person. I am a spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe in the power of manifestation. I believe in being kind to people. I believe in the universe. And the power of positive thinking. I believe in angel numbers. I believe in having guardian angels in the sense of people who have passed on, who are there with you every day, who watch out for you, who care for you. So I believe in. I believe in all of it because I've seen it work. I've seen the power, and I've trusted in it, and it's never let me down. So I did promise a 2006 part 2 this week, but unfortunately it's probably going to be next week. I'm a bit emotional, so going back to '06 is probably not a good idea today. So maybe we'll have one next week. Anyway, thank you for joining me and watching and listening to this episode. And I hope you'll join me next time for another episode of Healing from the Mess with me, Lizzie.